Cuphead put me through hell, and I loved it. Cuphead is a run-and-gun indie game from studio MDHR, and I have to admit, when this game was first announced, I wasn't that impressed. Sure, the 1930s style cartoon graphics were extremely impressive, but I assumed the gameplay itself would just be your standard platforming. But, after seeing the great reviews the game was getting, I decided to pick it up. Going in, I was like, oh, look at this cutesy little kids game. Then Cuphead turned around, punched me in the jaw, kneed me in the crotch, threw me out a window and said, guess again, you little bitch. And from that moment, I knew Cuphead was a great game. Don't be fooled by its visuals. Cuphead is hard. It's so hard. It's what I like to call bastard hard. I don't care how experienced you are, this game will wipe the floor with you. Cuphead had my palms sweating, had me cursing at the screen with all kinds of words I won't even mention here, like you fucking bastard fuckknuckle. I've never been as frustrated with a game as I have been with Cuphead, and yet it's one of the most enjoyable games I've ever played. Games these days seem to have trouble getting difficulty right. They're either too easy, or they try and up the difficulty by making the game unfair rather than challenging. Cuphead strikes the perfect balance between being tough but fair. The game expects absolutely nothing but your best, and in return it rewards you with some of the most well-designed bosses I've ever faced. There were points in the game where I thought, this is it, this is as far as I can go, I'm just not good enough to beat this boss, but then I kept going and, inch by inch, I would gain more ground on the boss until that sucker was down. That feeling of absolute glory as you take out a boss that's been kicking your ass is incredible. Hard games should keep players hooked by rewarding them with moments of triumph, and that's exactly what Cuphead does. The gameplay is so fun, so tight, that I never wanted to quit when things got tough, because it's just so enjoyable. Cuphead can be frustrating as fuck, but its difficulty never ruins the overall experience. You can unlock new powers and abilities, and, whilst none of these are overpowered, different unlockables are more suited than others for certain bosses. Every power-up and ability has its pros and cons. You can unlock bullets that target an enemy without you having to aim, but the damage output is reduced. You can unlock a boost that gives you extra lives, but your overall damage output goes down. This adds a sense of strategy to Cuphead that can mean the difference between victory and defeat, and I spent ages tweaking my loadout for each boss. At the time of this video, Cuphead is available on the PC and Xbox One, but I really hope it comes to the PS4 as well. Not because I give a shit about platform exclusives, but because I just want as many people as possible to experience this game. I want it to come to the PS4, I want it to come to the Switch. Hell, I hope the developers go full Bethesda and release it on every platform ever. I want to be able to play this game on my microwave. I don't mean to sound like a snob, but this game is absolutely not designed for a casual audience. In fact, I would totally understand if a casual gamer hated Cuphead. It's that uncompromising. But if you're the sort of gamer who enjoys a challenge, if you like pushing yourself, then you must absolutely check out Cuphead. Before now, the most challenging game I ever beat was probably Dark Souls. Well, now my answer to that question would be Cuphead. You thought Ornstein and Smile were tough, well they've got nothing on this piece of shit. Cuphead is an absolute gem, and I hope it paves the way for more games of its like.